popping in here is make a general color palette, and I want to try two different ones. I want to try one that's like a misty, moody forest, and then a second one that's like a more springtime alive kind of feeling, like pinks and greens, I think. So one's probably going to be all blue and one's going to be a menagerie of colors. Oh, and obviously we've got to make sure not to forget our little mushroom buddies, which are not designed yet. I'm just going to pop in little reminders here.
Corinne says, yes, we've talked about that before. I hate telling women that they have to be flat characters in order to be strong.
Yeah, or just like paying attention to it at all. Honestly, I'm just like, make them a character that's unique and them, and then decide whether they're male or female or non-binary or whatever you want. Because if you're thinking, oh, this is a strong female character and they have to do X, Y, and Z, and it's because they're female, I think you've lost the point. Like, to me, that just smacks of like you're trying to placate an audience, and I think equality is that we are all human beings before we are gendered. And anything you write for a male role could be done by a female role. For story purposes. I'm not saying there aren't differences between men and women or whatever, but just saying that for story writing, it just bugs me. Just bugs me. And if you have a different opinion, that's totally okay. I don't mean to offend anyone or anything like that. I'm just saying what I believe.
Jay Green says she was recently in a pretty good show with Alan Tudyk called Resident Alien.
Resident Alien. Is that like Resident Evil meets Alien? Would that be crazy?
Sarah says, I agree with that analysis. And Kendall says, oh, Alan Tudyk, Tucker and Dale versus Evil equals amazing.
Oh, he's the one who's like, I'm a leaf on the wind. And in Dodgeball and in Anthony, what do you know him from? You've seen Serenity, right?
Yeah, I've seen Serenity.
Yeah.
I think I recently heard that Firefly might be getting picked up by Disney.
Honestly, it's been so long, and I'm so surprised that nobody has picked it up, because it's like one of those most known things of like, people want this to come back. But Alan Tudyk is the one who is the captain. Or not captain, sorry. Flying the go-go
flyer
machine.
guy.
Yeah, that thing. Captain.
A pilot, might say.
Pilot is a thing that people say. Yes, correct. The wording is good today. Fresh.
Kendall says, I spent a month trying to figure out one of my characters' gender while I was writing them at first before just realizing I should just use they, them, because it was the only thing that fit. And Sonda's in the chat saying, hello. And then Kendall says, why would you make me cry, Anna?
Oh, don't cry.
Leaf on the wind,
What?
sob.
No, don't cry. He's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Ugh. Yeah, it's intense. Oh my gosh, why are you so off? You weirdo. Do you guys see where this selection is? Why it's so wonk? Oh well. Yeah, it's so wonk. What the hey? Well, it's my own fault for painting it on the wrong layer, so I guess I deserve this.
Sarah says, let it make sense for the story, not the current trend. And write actual, authentic female character or natives or whichever, but don't just substitute one character for another.
Agreed. There should always
Alessandra
be a purpose.
says, I like how this tree is coming.
Thank you.
Nice.
Nice. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this tree because I just enjoy trees. I think she won't be the main character. The tree will be. Okay, so we've got a tree on a layer, and then we've got the background. I just want to make a kind of a few layers of different colors so that we can use the same layers but pop in different colors for our different color comp. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know Anthony does. Anthony's smart like that. He got that good brain. Okay. So this is one of the layers. Then we're gonna have her be one of the layers, and I'm gonna do a slightly. Oh, actually, I'm gonna do that now. Slightly lighter version of the branches as the back branches. So there's this like feeling of mist obscuring it. By the way, James has been playing a game called Tailspire. Well, it's not really playing a game. It's more like using a tool to create different environments for tabletop gaming, like D&D. And so it comes with this whole set of like tabletop assets. So like you have a character, but it looks like one of the sculpted little characters that you'd use for D&D, and like floor tiles of different types and plants and objects and all sorts of stuff. And then you guys, you can set up like lighting schemes and filters to make a mood happen. It's really fun. So that one, it has an effect where you can put fog in an environment, so it kind of falls off as you see some like stuff going into the distance becomes more grayed out. And so yeah, I want to kind of feel like this is a foggy forest with this take on it. Take on me, take on me.
Anthony Jackson asks, Anna, what are your thoughts about trees with twisted trunks?
I love them. What? Is that even a question? Of course I do. Come on.
What kind of feeling do you think they evoke?
Twisty. Do you remember like
Jasmine?
Twisted. Exactly that.
So they're like sexy trees.
Ooh, I mean, I'm very excited.
Oh my goodness.
No, I think that the twisting of a trunk makes something just 10 times more interesting. If you see up and down bark, it's like, oh, that's really cool. But once you get a twist in there, it's kind of like twisting a torso. It just adds so much dimension and like interest to a tree. Also, if there are multiple different knotting twists in a tree bark, so cool. Same with branches. I mean, branches can go up and it creates a very strong, like, this is a look, like, vertical, whoa. But then you get some branches that, oh my gosh, there are trees next to our apartment that are so gracefully twirled and spun, it looks like a sculpture. Like somebody really planned and designed this. But as we've said, Mother Nature is by far the best artist ever, ever, ever. So it makes sense. Wondering what other kinds of trees would be in this forest, because I don't want them to be as cool as this one, but I also want them to just like be believable. And this is just an implied forest, so I'm not gonna go into like making branches and all that jazz. But I think the main thing that's important here is like level of ground, showing the distance as it goes back. Like, how much distance are we getting here? Or is this a really closed forest, so you only get, like, so much distance? Who knows? So I'm just gonna rough it in, see how we feel, and then we'll edit. There we go. Okay. And then her. She's gotta have a layer.
Jake Green says, what you described about Tailspire is reminding me of the photo mode in the new Spider-Man game. It's so cool. You can add and edit the lights and do all kinds of stuff with it. I bet Anthony would enjoy it. Yeah, I would. I've actually, my roommate Sammy loves that Spider-Man game. She's played through it twice, and I think I sat down with her once and we did the photo mode together.
That's awesome.
She got some cute Spider-Man photos, and Pokemon Snap comes out in like 4 days, so also excited about that. Pokemon Snap's on Switch. It's a game where you go through the Lental region, I think it's called.
Lental?
And you just take Lental, T-A-L.
Lentils now. I was going to make them anyway, but now I'm really going to make them.
So you go through the Lental region and you take photos of Pokemon in their natural habitats. You don't battle or try to capture them. You just take photos of them. Pokemon Snap. I'm so excited for it because that's what I love to do, is take pictures of Pokemon anyway.
It's so true. Literally. That's amazing, Anthony.
Like Mr. Cubone.
Cubone. Oh yeah, let's show it again. Okay, so if you guys want to see awesome toy photography, go check